Hey everybody, it's me Sissy, and today I have a DIY Dollar Tree Christmas wreath for you. It's a little different. It's a crescent moon Santa wreath, and you're going to be amazed at what I made it out of, so stay tuned to see how I made it. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to clip our wreath apart. So we're going to try. I just have a little pair of wire cutters here, and we're just going to give it a good squeeze. Okay, and then let's see how we're going to cut down here because we're going to gather this all to a point, and so we're going to cut down here. And then we're going to cut this little cross piece right here. Once we've got our wire cut, we're going to take and pinch all these points together. And see, this one is really long right here, so we're going to clip that one off just a little bit. Okay. And you can, I'm going to use tape to secure my ends. This is just painter's tape, because that's the first thing I grabbed. You could also try to put a piece of floral wire around here, you know, just whatever you've got, because this is all going to be covered anyway. So we're just going to take it. I've got it all gathered together, and we're just going to wrap the tape around it. And then we're going to go down here, and you know, now that I look at it, I think we're going to go ahead and cut on the other side of this, so it won't be so bulky. And wear eye protection. And then gather these little clip things you clipped off, because if you step on them, they will kill your feet. We're going to do the same thing with this bottom section that we did with the top section. I'm just going to do it with a piece of tape. Just gathering it together and securing it with just a piece of tape. So we've got our wreath ready. Now let's get the stuff to go on with. Okay, I think I have a little camera problem there, so I'm going to show you again what I did. I took the little scrub buddy. These are the dry ones, and unfolded 2 or 3. 3 will be good. 3. We're just going to stack them up on top of each other. Just like that. Then we're going to fold them in half, and then we're going to cut them into fourths. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, then we're just going to take the little strips we cut, we're going to fold those, and then we're going to cut a scallop. Don't cut all the way through because you want it to still be connected. So we're just going to start like in the middle, go down to the bottom, just make a little rounded piece like that. And when you unfold it, you'll have 3 layers of scallops. Okay? We're going to take a sharp needle and some white thread, put a knot in the end of our thread, and then we're just going to gather this on to our thread. And you can make the gathers as big or as small as you want. When you get to the end, start with another stack. White plastic table cover from Dollar Tree. This is the 54 by 108 inch rectangular one, and I think we're just gonna take it out of the package like that, and we're gonna cut it in strips. Just like that. Unfold our strip, and we're just going to start on the end here, and we're going to take our table cover and fold it over, fold that over. You can secure this with some glue. I'm waiting on my glue gun to get hot. And this doesn't have to be smooth because this is going to be covered with our dust buddies. We just want to kind of That's good and covered, and you won't be able to see the green frame through our little coffee filters here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a drop of glue right here on the end. And then we're going to take where we started, gathering our scrub buddies, dusters, whatever they're called, and we're going to put right there. Hold it till it dries. Okay, and then we're going to wrap it around. I got to tighten up my gathers a little bit. So you can adjust your gathers. Make sure you get your gathers pushed down. You don't have to have as many gathers in the back here, but you need to have them in the front. So I'm going to, it's flat in the back, I'm going to get some gathers right there. I'm going to put another bead of hot glue right here in the front. Put my gathers in it. Okay, and then we're going to go around the back, and you can just make it flat in the back. Just pull it over like that, and then we're going to put another little row. And I'm probably doing about a 1/2 inch between the rows. So I'm going to get a good piece of gathered right there and put it down in my glue. Okay, when we get to the halfway point, instead of going around the back, we're going to make a bead of glue really close, like 1/4 of an inch to that first row, and then we're going to come back this way, glue down, make sure you get a ruffle. And then we're going to go to the edge down here in the front. We're not going to go to the back. Okay. Then we're going to come up and we're going to glue to about right here, like this rung right here. So I'm going to put my pin in right here to this rung right here. And we're going to leave this space right here empty. So we're just going to go back. To right there. Okay, then we're going to come back this way instead of going around. We're going to start right here where the rung is. Put our bead of glue. Okay. Okay, I just cut my thread loose there so I could get it and pull this last little gather tight so I can end it right here. So we'll put one more row of glue. Take our needle out. And then we want to fold this in so we have a nice clean edge right there. And you can go and take a look at it and see if you got anywhere that, oops, I got a little piece there sticking up, so I'm just going to glue it to the back. Okay, now we're going to work on Santa's face. So I've just got this little piece of flesh colored felt, and I cut a square out way bigger than I needed. I really only needed it to go right there, but we're going to take that, and I made it big enough that it could wrap around. Some could go in the back, so I can have a fold in the front too. So we're just going to take our needle and thread, if I can get it threaded. Can't see y'all. You don't need a very long piece of thread. Now, like I said, you don't have to gather this with a needle and thread. You can, you know, fold it and glue it. But I burnt my finger a couple of times today. I need to get in my craft room and get my little finger protectors, but I didn't think it was going to be this treacherous. But anyway, we're just going to go right here on the edge of our felt, and we're just going to gather just a little bit. That's like 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Okay. Pull it through, and we don't want it super tight. We just want it maybe like half the width it was when you started with. And I'm just going to knot my thread right there. And what we want this right here to do is to fold in and be a little bit rounded. Like that, you see? And then we're going to take this, turn it up so that the gathers are on top, so you can see here. Then I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to hold back my ruffles, and I'm going to put a bead of glue right by the ruffles and on down here on the bottom. Okay. Then we're going to take our fabric with the gathers on the front, and we're going to place it right in that glue. Make sure our pleats stay tucked under. Let's see. Got my corners sticking out just a little bit. Push it back in just a little. There. Then we're going to take another piece of felt. And this is the easiest way I know to do it. We're going to take our piece of felt, a square. This is probably 3 inches by 3 inches or 2 inches by 2 inches. Anyway, going to fold it in fourths. And we're going to cut out a circle. That's probably way too big. Okay. Okay, we're going to cut it out about as big as our thumb. I'd say that's maybe an inch, okay? Then we're going to felt. We're going to take a little scrap of felt, put it in the middle, and then we're going to glue. Glue. Gather it up. Dot glue. Gather it up. You're going to do that all the way around. Something roughly nose-shaped. So, I got it all pinched together. Now we're going to put some glue on it. Then if you have some kind of cold metal, you can just hold it on there and it'll dry a lot faster. So, see, that made a ball shape. And then you just let it dry and peel it off. So make sure you got it nice and nosy shaped. And then we're going to glue it on, well, let's see. Okay. Before we glue this down in the back, we're going to take another little scrap of felt and just, you can use the tablecloth or, you know, whatever you have handy. We're just going to pad this just a little bit. Let's look over here, let's see. Yeah. Okay, then we're going to turn this over to the back, put some hot glue, kind of pull this tight. then we're just going to take our Santa nose and glue it on. And then you can put a button, a black button for the eye. You could actually put one of the googly wiggly eyes. We're going to put both on here and see. Now we got to decide about an eye. A wiggly eye or a button eye. See if I got a black button here. Button eye. For some reason that reminds me of the movie Coraline. Did y'all see that movie Coraline? I think I'm gonna go with the googly eye. And if I don't like it later, I'll just put it off and put a button. Let me know in the comments which one you would have picked. So, but we're gonna go with this, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue in case I change my mind. Just a dot of glue. There we go. Okay, now for his hat, we could use ribbon, but I have this fleece scarf. I got this from Dollar Tree. It's the men's fleece scarf. They had these a little earlier. I don't know if they still have them, but they have the checked buffalo plaid baby blankets in there, and or you could use fabric, or you could use some of the Dollar Tree ribbon. My ribbon supply is very low right now, so I think I'm just going to use this scarf, and I'm going to save this part with the tassels on it for another project. So I'm going to cut those two ends off. I'm going to save that end, and then I'm going to save the other end. This is a beautiful scarf. I don't know why I didn't pick up more when I saw them. Probably because it was the middle of summer and I was thinking it was 1,000 degrees. Okay, now we're going to split this right down the middle to make it easier to wrap around for his hat. Move that out of the way. So all I'm doing is folding it in half. Find the middle, which is going to be this gray line right here. And we're just going to cut it. Okay, so then you have your strips. Cut it in half, and then we're going to cut each of the strips in half again, which will be this gray line right here in the middle. So you'll end up with 4 strips. Okay, so then we're just going to start gluing them on our frame. We're going to go ahead and put our jingle bells on here, so we don't have to worry with gluing them on or anything after we have the scarf put on there. So I've got these nice red, gold, and green jingle bells, and I just took one of the strings off the scarf. So we're just going to put that through, and then do I want to hang them all separately? Yeah, okay. I'm going to put them all each on their own string. You don't have to put jingle bells. You could put a pom-pom, you could put a star, I mean, whatever you want. So, okay, put that on there. Okay, so I'm going to do them kind of like that, you know, varying lengths. And then I'm just going to tie a knot in it. And then we're just going to glue that to the tip. Yep. I want to make sure I didn't have them hanging so low that they were hitting the other, hitting his beard. Okay. So we're going to start with the tip. So we're just going to put our fabric down. Well, let's flip it over and glue it in the back. We're just going to glue right here on the back. And we're going to hold that till it dries for a second because we want to pull it tight, or kind of tight. We just want to pull it tight around the tip right here so it has a nice pretty edge. Okay, and then we're just going to start wrapping around our frame. And if you like this section right here, this is an awful lot of gray and white, so we'll see how far this goes, and we might, yeah, we'll have plenty. I want more red in here, so we'll kind of use this as a base coat. Okay, and don't worry about this part right here. You can glue this in the front because we're going to put fur on his hat, so we'll just glue that piece right there. Ow, I burnt my finger again, y'all. Yeah, this has much more red in it, so we're going to use that one. So, okay, so we're just going to do the same thing again. We're going to glue in the back and wrap around and around. Glue that down. Now we just got to do the fur on his hat. I don't have any fur. If you have an old stocking, you can reuse that. You can buy one of the Dollar Tree stockings or Christmas hats. They have fur on it. But I happen to have one of these, super soft microfiber cloth for your car. These are actually what I use to dry my hair. Curly hair is very frizz prone, and if you dry it with a microfiber cloth, it's supposed to not make as much frizz. So I don't know how true that is, but I faithfully use them, and this one was in my bathroom stash, so I thought I would just use a piece of this. Okay, so I just cut a piece off my microfiber towel. I like this side, seems to have a little more nap to it, so I'm going to use that as the first side. We're just going to fold that raw edge in. Fold that edge, and that looks good. Okay, now we need to, let's see, let's fluff up Santa's beard a little bit. And let's put a little decoration on Santa's hat. These are just some little berry stems that I got. I think these came from Dollar General, and the little pine cones came from Dollar Tree. So we're just gonna put that on Santa's hat. Like that, maybe? Yeah, okay. Okay, y'all, that's my wreath. I think it turned out really cute. I gotta adjust the hanger a little bit. You have to balance it just right to get it to hang. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll put some pictures at the end when I get it hanging up. But y'all get out there and make something. I saw this in a catalog, and it was like $59, and there's no way I'm buying a $59 wreath. But I wanted it, so I made it, and you can do it too. So get out there and make something, y'all. Y'all have a great day. I hope you had a fabulous Thanksgiving, and I hope you are looking forward to Christmas. Love y'all. Bye.